Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. So, Mr. Erdogan, the president of Turkey, has Finland and Sweden jump through all the hoops he set up for them to jump through if they want to become members of NATO, that defensive alliance that only counterattacks if attacked. They never attack just like that. For instance, Serbia or Libya or anybody else. So Erdogan demanded that Sweden and Norway accomplish a certain kind of demands Turkey issued them. Say, you want to be a member state of NATO? You want to be a member of NATO? You got to do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. More specifically, they told Sweden that it has to lift a ban on arms delivery coming from Swedish arms manufacturing businesses. So they have to do that. They have to extradite certain individuals that are in Sweden, which Ankara, Turkey, deems terrorists. Has to recognize that certain kind of organizations that supposedly have some little offices in Sweden are called terrorist organizations, declared as some of them are considered terrorist organizations by Turkey, European Union, and United States of America. And also there's another cleric who lives in the United States and who they want extradited because Erdogan claims that that guy organized the 2016 failed attempt to overthrow his government with the help of the United States of America, according to Erdogan. Erdogan never said it like I did. All he did not mention the name United States of America, but mentioned everything else. All right, now, Sweden and Finland came to speak with Erdogan. Erdogan gave them the lists, the demands, and he said, these are the hoops. You got to jump through them. And when you jump through all the hoops, you come back here. I'm going to look to see if you check marked all of them. And I will say, yes, you can be a NATO member state. All right. So that tells you how important and how independent Erdogan feels he is. And he acts like that. Sweden and Finland went back and started working on that. Now, what happened now? One of the requirements issued on that list by Erdogan was just fulfilled, and I'm gonna let you know about it. So this article comes from Reuters from December 3rd, 2022. Sweden extradites man with alleged terrorism links to Turkey. So, whoops, done, check mark. Sweden on Friday extradited a Kurdish man with alleged links to terrorism to Turkey, as Ankara keeps up pressure on the Nordic country to meet its demands in return for NATO membership, Turkish state news agency Anadolu reported on Saturday. Mahmut Tat had sought asylum in Sweden in 2015 after being sentenced in Turkey for 6 years and 10 months for alleged links to the Kurdish militant group the PKK. Turkish state television TRT said Tat was sent to an Istanbul prison on Saturday. Swedish authorities were not immediately available to comment. No, because they're licking their wounds right now. They're crying because they had to do this. If they want NATO, there you have it. Sweden and Finland applied in May to join NATO in response to Russia's invasion of Ukraine, but ran into objections from Turkey, which accused the two countries of harboring militants from the banned Kurdish Workers' Party, PKK, and other groups. Turkey said on Wednesday that Sweden and Finland had made progress towards NATO membership, but that they still need to do more to satisfy Ankara's demands on tackling terrorism. Others wanted by Ankara are people with alleged links to Fethullah Gulen, a Turkish cleric who lives in the United States and is accused of orchestrating 2016 failed coup attempt against Erdogan. He will get each and every one delivered, but Mr. Gulen, who lives in the United States. The Americans are not going to deliver that. I can guarantee you that. Stockholm and Helsinki denied harboring militants but have pledged to cooperate with Ankara to fully address its security concerns and also to lift arms embargoes. You see, so Stockholm and Helsinki, right? Finland or Sweden and Finland agreed, it's pledged to cooperate with Ankara to fully address its security concerns. Remember, Russia asked the United States about security concerns and security guarantees while the United States was arming Ukraine, and they wanted to get Ukraine into NATO and all that. Russia said, okay, well, we have some security concerns of our own. Can we discuss them? Here it is, here is that, here is that. The last attempt, the United States did not want to even talk about that. In 2021, in December, was the last paper that the Foreign Ministry of Russia officially sent it to Blinken, Secretary of State of the United States of America, with all these items that Russia thought are important to discuss with United States. What did the United States do? Said, come on, man, start it. You're already late. And in February, you know what happened. So, it seems like Ankara, Turkey, may have security concerns, but Russia cannot. And remember, if you look on the map and you look and see where Sweden is, and when you look where Finland is, and when Turkey is, and look where Ukraine is and where Russia is. So who should have more concerns? You know, that's why I don't like when these guys are crying that, oh, Russia is doing this with no reason and unjustified, unprovoked, or the same words they used for many other invasions that they won and they did before. It's unprovoked attack on this. Nothing is unprovoked. You have to ask the other side and ask, hey, why did you punch me in the face? Rarely that person will say, well, because I felt like. It's going to give you an argument. It's say, because you looked at me in a certain way. I know, because you whistled after my girlfriend. Because you showed me the middle finger. Something. But you want to ignore that. Why? Because you want to put your little badge of virtuous country, which you're not. No country. My bad, it's only one country that's very virtuous. I mean, actually two on this planet. One is the, how do you call it, the Jewish state. That's the virtuous. Never did anything to anybody, but everybody did something to that country, unprovoked, what I just said. And there's another country that I saw that some people live under the impression that that country is almost as perfect as Israel, and that's China. And that's very strange, but anyway, there's no such thing. The examples are there. NATO makes its decisions by consensus, meaning that both countries require the approval of all 30 countries. Only Turkey still stands opposed to the two countries' membership. I thought that it was also Hungary who did not ratify, the country that did not ratify the membership of these two countries. But Hungary said, we will do it early next year, 2023. But so that's a done deal. Only Turkey is like, done yet? Let me see. Oh, you still have to do this. Go. All right. Well, that tells you how independent and strong Turkey is in order to, keep these guys jumping through hoops. Sweden and Finland. Well, that's what it is. Rules are rules, right? The problem is, imagine how much pressure was put on Turkey to drop its demands. And we know they put pressure because there were some articles stating that. And Erdogan, the big bold Erdogan said, no, you guys got to do that. I think it's not only a matter of country's interest, but I think it's something of self-respect and, trying to show who's boss. All right? Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.